Hey guys, Lowell Tech Fix here, and I am in the studio today with...
My name's Jameson, and I'm the foreman at Amerifix Franklin.
What's your last name, Jameson?
Stinnet.
Stinnet. I knew I was going to get it wrong, so I was going to make him say it. All right, so hey, I wanted to bring Jameson in here today because, number one, he's a good guy. He's one of our solid company foremen, and he has some challenges. And I wanted to get to know, because I think it's always interesting to hear people's stories. Tell us about your goals in life. Like, where do you see yourself? Like, this is a typical interview question. Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
You know, we all have the goal of maybe one day being financially independent, where you can not have to work and you can go out and hunt in the woods all day, or that stuff sounds great to me. But realistically, I would 10 years from now, I would love for Amerifix to have its own separate shop from Eurofix and maybe grow out of that shop. And I would love to have a shop where we do 2,000 hours a month. It'd be fantastic. Mm-hmm. I feel like we have a good reputation. I feel like we're one of the best places in the county to bring your car to get it fixed. So I would like to see that grow and maybe make room for some of my other guys. A lot of my guys are older than me. Mm-hmm. I've got two guys in their 50s, one that's about to turn 50. If some of these guys have the desire to grow, I would like for them to get that opportunity, because they don't want to work on cars forever. So that's kind of my thinking from day to day.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you want to see your current shop grow into its own entity, but into its own larger shop, and you kind of see yourself at the helm of that. Yeah. Okay, well, that's good. It's a great goal to have. Now, as far as like outside of work, do you have anything that you're really passionate about?
Yeah, I mean, I spend a lot of time in the woods these days. Woodworking is one of my favorite hobbies. So I haven't got to do as much of it here lately, but if I had nothing on my plate, that's what I would do all day long.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, not work on the cars.
Not work on cars. I do some at home. I do have a shop at home that I work on my parents' vehicles and things. My dad owns a construction company.
Okay.
So he keeps me busy with stuff that, the other shops can't handle, or maybe I can save him a little bit of money here and there, but I don't do a lot at home.
Okay. Yeah, when you're doing it every day, like your passion, I've seen a lot of young guys come in and like, man, I want to build hot rods or whatever. 5-10 years in, they're like, that hot rod's still sitting under a tarp.
Yes.
And I'm guilty of that too. Now that I don't wrench every day, now I'm still in it every day, but now that I don't wrench every day, it's like, oh, I'd like to have a couple projects here and there, but I really enjoy woodworking, man.
Yeah.
That's there's something really peaceful about it. Yeah,
it is. And the hot rod thing, I got my fill of that years ago. In my early 20s, I was working at a shop where we were putting superchargers on. We were building, custom hot rods. A lot of diesel performance stuff back when you could still delete a diesel engine without going to jail. So I got my fill of all that early on, and dealt with all the really, really difficult problems that come with it. And I do feel like it made me a better technician, because, say you've got a 2010 Camaro with a big rowdy cam in it, and it's doing this weird thing and it's only misfiring at a certain RPM. You have to think outside the box to figure that stuff out. You're not going to be able to plug a scan tool into it and it tell you exactly what's going on.
Right.
So dealing with that early on, I kind of lost my taste for it, and I was thankful to just hang brake pads on cars and put in spark plugs. So that's kind of why I've shifted away from how much I love cars outside of work. I've had cars, I had a Z06 that was rowdy and fun and it was fast, but these days, and I might come back to it later in life, but these days I like woodworking.
Yeah, okay. Well, and I think, some of the best technicians are ones that have to learn outside the box, right? There's a lot of spoon-fed diagnostic process out there. There's a lot of help, which is great. But there's a lot of logic of systems and understanding of those systems that has atrophied in our and I'm not going to get on a soapbox here, but it's atrophied in our industry. So it's interesting when you have conversations with, proven diagnosticians or proven foremen or technicians who are there. Usually they have this experience that had them, like something that they learned outside the box. For me, it was like working by myself for a long time without any support materials, without oh, this is way back. Some of you guys don't even know this, but we used to have Mitchell loaded on a 3.5 floppy disk, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm dating myself here, but that stuff was not much help. And you were working on it was before OBD2, so Nissan had a different way of doing things than Toyota, than Chevrolet, than Ford. So you're out there in the wild. You just got to figure it out. I got a test light and I got a meter and I got, so I got this problem. So, all right, let's go fix it.
Necessity.
Necessity, exactly. Bringing it back around
Yeah,
to that.
yeah.
And that feels like a pretty good place to land today, man. Hey, I want to thank you for coming over and talking with us, and I really appreciate it. I'd love to have you back sometime.
Thank you for having me. This is my first, and it's not as bad as I expected it to be.
Thank you so much for sharing today, and thanks for listening or watching today. If you like, hit the subscribe button down below, and then we'll be talking to you soon, Jameson. And until the next time, fix the cars, you fix the shop.